Alright, there they are on the dish. So I get this in place. Okay, there they are, the ores on the dish, and that's not a sun reflection. I'm gonna try and get a better shot. Okay, that's no sun reflection, that's for sure. Look at them teleporting. Those are ores in the dish. And like I said, today's Friday the 13th, April the 13th, 2012. Right now it's 3 minutes to 3 p.m. Okay, so you see that it's not a sun reflection, otherwise the entire dish would have been reflecting the sunlight. That's where the active orb cluster is, on top. There are ores in the bottom of the dish too, but they're not very, as active as those on top, because those on top are the ones collecting the solar energy for power. They're acting like solar panels, and then they spread that energy around to the rest of the clusters in the area, and they just produce more of themselves, and that's why that entire area is so foggy. So I just wanted to prove that those are orb clusters on the microwave antenna dish, and that they are not only acting as solar panels and collecting solar power, but they are also teleporting all over that. I'm at 100x right now, not much, but the fog is so thick I can't get any closer. I'm just gonna see if I can pick off a few over here. No, it's too foggy to see. Okay, so I'm gonna go back and show them, try and get a little closer. Okay, here they are up close. Okay, and this is the microwave antenna dish, and now you can clearly see them teleporting all over it. Okay, those are active orb clusters acting as solar panels, collecting solar energy to distribute to the rest of the clusters in the area, and that helps them produce even more of this biofog, what I call it, because it's just merely them. It's not really a fog, it's a biomass of all of these white orbs, and you can clearly see that that's teleportation, and it's vibration at a high frequency, super high frequency, and the orbs are all going counterclockwise in their little clusters at a very fast rate, too fast to even see. You need like a camera that can shoot real fast, a special camera, which I don't have, in order to get a clearer shot of this teleportation, but at least you can still see that that's what that is. It's teleportation, and counterclockwise rotation of clusters around larger clusters, and collecting solar power by acting as solar panels. I'm going to back off. There's the dish. Now notice that the ores on the bottom, and there are ores below the white part, all the way to the bottom of the dish. There's actually more orbs there than on top. They're not as active, so they don't glow at the moment. So if it was sunlight reflection, that entire part would be totally bright, because the sun is right overhead. I mean, it's still early afternoon. It's 3 o'clock now, and it's very bright. So the whole thing should glow if it was sunlight reflection, not only the top part. But that thing is dark green in color. It never used to have any kind of sunlight reflection, and especially never had orbs like that teleporting all over it. So I had to show that I was right about these things, and that they are what I say they are. They're like an alien life form on Earth, and there are zillions of them. I don't even know how many the number would be. There are so many. The entire air mass around that area is all them. I mean, if they create more of themselves, they're going to displace our entire atmosphere, because there'll be nothing but them. Maybe that's what happened on Mars, and life died out. These things just overpopulated it to the point where there was no room for the Martian atmosphere. That could happen here, and it's happening. It's happening, and I'm showing you that it's happening, and I'm showing you that those are alien life forms. Okay? That's an alien life form. That's not from Earth. They're very smart too. Those things are super smart, technologically advanced. They're energy beings, as well as they can manipulate energy to turn themselves into material beings, you know, matter. They can be in plasma state. They could be in any state they want to be in. And they can look like anything. They can change shape. They do interdimensional and time travel as well. They do a lot of things. I've been collecting a lot of data on these things over the past 4 years, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to them, and I'm not making this up. And those are orbs on the microwave dish tower antenna, because that's what that is. And it's funny, that building's all set up like people live there, but every time I go, there's nobody there. So it's funny, I never see people in that building. And that's also the place where I filmed the dimensional portals last year, right in front of that building at the lake, because that's very close to the lake. It's right on the shoreline. So I'm going to back off, show you that that's happening on the microwave dish antenna. And those fast things that are flying, they're not birds, especially the black ones. They're not birds. They're insects, and they're part of whatever those orbs are. And maybe they're the ones laying those orbs as eggs or something. I don't know exactly the story, but those insects are very fast, and they're tied into the orbs as well. And like I said, they can change shapes. They can look like anything or anyone, and they're very technologically advanced. So they're beings of like matter, energy, consciousness, all kinds of combinations of each of those, and they're super smart. I mean, if they can create a fog like that on a clear day, they gotta be. But the fog is strictly all just them. It's not anything else. You can clearly see the teleporting going on right now. And this is not their fastest rate. The reason why I don't go close to film them is because when you're too close, they're so fast the camera can't pick them up. You have to film them from a distance, because as soon as you're too close to them, they just move too fast and the camera is unable to pick it up. You need a camera with a super fast film rate in order to capture something like moving so fast close to you. And like I said, this is not their fastest speed. They can move a lot faster. This is just what they do when they relax. And that's what they're doing now. They're relaxing and collecting solar power for more energy. They get energy from anything. They can eat living matter, because they're insect type organisms. So they can consume non-living matter. They can create energy just revolving around each other in cluster formations around the nucleus, and doing very fast rotations counterclockwise, and they create energy like that. They shoot orb and orb clusters back and forth between each other, speed them up and speed them up, and create more energy like that. They have a million ways of creating energy, because that's what they're all about. They're beings of energy, and that's their whole life cycle, to create energy for all this fast pace of life, and you know, move. And they have to move fast, so they have to consume a lot of energy, and they get it from any source they can. Any source, doesn't matter what it is. But I just wanted to prove a point that yes, those are orbs, and those are orb clusters on top of the microwave dish antenna, and this is Super Mush Mouse, and it's Friday the 13th, April the 13th, 2012, and right now it's 3:09 p.m. Thank you for viewing.